you're not safe either. Hey you guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Giselle and I'm really happy that you guys clicked on this video. We're about to have a good conversation and I'm drinking lemon ginger tea.
That is amazing. Wow. Like, oh my God. The flavor, oh my God, it's so real. Like,
So I've split this video into 3 different parts and I will make sure that I put time marks for those 3 different parts. But 1 is misogynoir / desirability, 2 is growing up, and then 3 is going to be approach / conclusion. If I'm looking down, it's because I'm looking at my notes, which you guys can't see because of the lights, but that's why I'm looking down if you see me looking down. And I also have to put a quick disclaimer. I realize that black women are not a monolith, so everyone's experience is not going to be exactly the same, and people are going to have different experiences, and you guys can comment that below too. Actually, any negative thing that a woman faces in society because she is a woman is going to be amplified if you are a black woman. Not only is it going to be amplified, but it's going to be flipped, dipped, reversed, remixed, if you will. It's like a poisonous muffin and a poisonous cupcake. There's so many different factors that you're adding onto the sexism, which is racism, and experiencing both of those at the same exact time. And if you didn't know what misogynoir is, that's the definition of misogynoir: experiencing racism and sexism at the same exact time. As black women, we're not allowed to exist and just be in our bodies, let alone be proud and happy about our bodies, without notions of attention seeking or needing validation from men, or not valuing our own body. There's always something to be nitpicked, and there's always a need to humble black women, not just in this aspect, but in really every aspect of life. If you're a black woman, people really do feel the need to humble you.
It's true. It's true. One thing you don't know about Ariana Grande is that she literally sings everything. Like, yes. she's starting to forget how to talk in her own voice because she sings everything, and it's a good thing. She's a beautiful voice, but it's awesome. She sings absolutely everything. She never stops.
That's so true, Liz. You sing a lot too. Like, especially during the all sing.
Let's talk about how we dress and how we present. First, I have to point out that a lot of black women are shapely, so they're gonna be hypersexualized regardless. But say that you are a black woman who likes to dress in a more non-modest way. You like to show a little bit more skin, your clothes are a little bit more revealing. Even if you are comfortable in your skin and that's how you like to dress and you do it for you, that's what makes you happy, you still have to keep in the back of your mind that, like I said before, that black women are hypersexualized, and you will be viewed as a Jezebel. You will be called a hoes and sluts and all types of other names. And if you are a woman who is more modest or presents more modest in the way that she dresses, you will be viewed as less desirable within the black community, because we know what the standard is and what's hyped up. So the grass is never really greener on the other side. If you are slim like me, if you're smaller built, then you're viewed as less desirable within the black community, because we understand that there is a certain standard. On top of that, people also question that you're smaller because you're black, failing to understand that people really do come in different shapes and sizes. If you're a bigger or a heavier black woman in this society, people, not only people are people hateful towards you, but people are so venomous towards you. People skinny shame and people fat shame, but the hatred that you experience when you were fat shamed, way different. They're not the same. If you're not built in a certain fashion, in a certain manner, so you can be thick, you can be a thick black girl, but if you don't have that perfect shape, then people will still try to add insult to injury. And then, okay, we went through a couple of shapes, and then if you're the perfect figure, the perfect shape, what people view to be the most desirable within the black community, you're not safe either. You will be masculinized, or be compared to an animal, because this happened to Meg Thee Stallion. People call her a man all the time. This happened to Ari Lennox. This happened to Tiana Taylor. As black women, we don't get to be viewed as desirable, and if we are told that we are desirable, we still need to pipe down. We still need to humble ourselves. We won't, cause have you seen us?
Ladies and gentlemen, her.
Have you seen us? But there's that. So next, I want to get into my next point, which is growing up. I want to talk about the sexualization and adultification of black children, especially black girls. When black girls are being told that they're being fast because they like a certain color, or that it's time for them to change, or they get in trouble because of the way that their bodies develop, which, mind you, they can't control, and which they don't understand. They don't view that as sexual, which, like, no one should view any young child's body as or any child's body as sexual altogether. Think of it this way: that child is being fussed at for something that they don't understand. So all they understand is that this is a negative implication being put on my body. So they already have a negative view of their body, I guess I want to say. And it really sucks, because these are the things that black children take into adulthood, being fussed at for having the body that they do, and it not being based in anything, or it not really making sense. So all they understand is, I'm being fussed at for having this body, for existing in this body. I want to also talk about unsolicited advice around our bodies within the black community. That is, the battery is dying. It's okay. I also want to talk about unsolicited advice around our bodies within the black community that is normalized. So people feel real comfortable telling you that you need to eat, or that how much you weigh, or why you so skinny, you need some meat on your bones. And people also feel really comfortable letting you know that you've already had 2 plates, or you need to take smaller portions, and it's just a normal thing. And you know what's crazy? I think that everyone has to understand that when we talk to each other in this manner, like we, not me, but like we as the black community, when we talk to each other in this manner, that it feels bad. Like, we know that it's not a good feeling, because like everyone has experienced it, but we continue to do it. Lastly, on this point, I want to talk about how as we grow up, we see people imitate us as black women, but we're still told that we're the least desirable. Do you understand like what type of mind bleep that is? That's crazy to me. It's like when people tell you that you could never, but they fail to realize that you already did. As a matter of fact, you are the one that invented it. You are the creator, and they are the imitation of that.
Where's the flavor? Where's the flavor in this? I don't taste anything.
But they still tell you, despite all of that, they still tell you that you are the least desirable. It just, that's crazy to me. Especially the more that I've come into my own, and the more I've come into loving myself and loving other black women and loving even black people, because we know this happens across the board, that's so wild to me. Okay, y'all, and we've made it to the last point of the video. Conclusion, my bad. Conclusion. I don't like the idea of myself as well as other black women compromising their comfortability for someone else's. If every time I turn around or every time we turn around you have something to say, it says a lot more about you than it says about us. I just want black women to be able to exist and be and do it happily and proudly. And I understand that there are always people that are gonna have something to say about how we're shaped or our size or how we dress, whether it's more revealing or whether it's more modest, and how it's never quite right, but they're gonna do that regardless. So I feel like we should just do us. As long as you're happy, I think that's, and you're not harming anyone, I think that's all that matters. And for my last point, what I was gonna say is that I think that you should, my camera's about to die, y'all, let's hope I make it through. But for my last point, I was gonna say that you should choose to be around people that value you and respect you. But I don't think that's enough. I think that you should prioritize yourself in a way that attracts people that respect you and value you and care about your well-being, and don't criticize you just for the sake of criticizing you. And for the people that don't have your best interests at heart, that they actually feel uncomfortable in your space, if you don't notice it, then someone else in your circle is gonna notice it. That's the end of the video, y'all. Thank you guys so much for watching. And what else do I want to say? Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. And be sure, especially comment, y'all. I really want to hear everyone's thoughts and opinions and what they have to say and their viewpoints. This is a conversational channel. I like to call, well, this aspect of my channel, the commentary is meant to be conversational. So I'm really excited to hear what y'all have to say. Thanks for watching. Bye.